What's up, everyone, and welcome back to PokéGuys Pulling on a Budget.
Welcome back!
I am super excited to do something brand new to the channel. We've been teasing it all week. Today, we're going to do the Generation 1 Challenge. And before we get into that, what I'm going to do is tell you to go ahead and like this video down below, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you are commenting what your favorite Pokeball is, so that way I can give away some free cards. What? You're giving away free cards? I sure am. How does one win them? Subscribers will get a chance as long as they comment their favorite Pokeball. Do you really think you're going to be able to make it in an hour? I'm going to try my hardest. And you're going to let the viewers pick your punishment? I mean, we shall see what they come up with. Good luck. Thanks, man. All right. Sorry about that. Like I said, go ahead and subscribe down below to win those free cards. So let's get the budget up on the screen. It is the first video of September, so we're going to add $200 to that budget. And then we'll take the $40 off that I spent on this bulk box. I did not tell the person that I bought this from what I was doing. I just told them I needed bulk from every era to put as much as they can from every era in there. I did not tell them that I was getting the 151 original Pokemon because I didn't want them to leave some out or put them in there purposefully and taint the challenge, if you will. I'm going to put the rules up on the screen here. We are going to complete Gen 1 in under an hour. I have an actual time clock that we're going to use that you guys kind of saw a little snippet of in the beginning there. So 60 minutes are on the clock. We are going to not use any more than 10%, so 15 cards total from Scarlet and Violet 151. Since that set is all 151 Pokemon, I figured it'd be too easy to just go ahead and get that.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
And then we are going to only use that bulk box that you guys saw earlier. I have it right here. I picked it up online for $40. Someone curated it for me, put a bunch of stuff from all eras in there. I did not tell them that I was doing a Gen 1 challenge, so that way they couldn't purposefully leave out or put in the original 151 Pokemon cards and put in the folder sleeved by the time that clock reaches 0. Other than that, what I'm going to do if I fail is post a poll on our channel, and you guys will be able to pick my punishment if we fail, given the choices that I give you, because it's the internet and I'm not crazy enough to let you guys decide it just with your minds. So I'm really excited to get this started with you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and say the time starts now. All right, so I got my folder here, and I will link it down in Amazon. It is a big boy, so I am trying to navigate my mic and everything, but I went ahead and tagged the Pokemon, so that way it's a little bit easier for me to drop them in the folder. I got my sleeves ready to go. And we're going to get into this bulk box. I took that 5 seconds off the timer, but time starts now. And we're going to do this a little broadcast booth style. I'm joined here today by another me. Go ahead and say hi to the people. Hey, I'm so happy to be here today. All right, so as you can see, we sped this up a little bit just because I don't want to waste a full hour of your guys' time. But we're going to go through this and see and give highlights on... Oh, we already got 2 right off the bat, 3. It looks like Drano is just go ahead and chucking these off to the side.
Talk about yourself in the third person like that?
That I was doing, which talking to myself in the third person is always fun.
The play here that I was doing is just sorting through and getting anything and everything that I could get out of the first set. So I know one of the rules was that nothing could enter the folder until its pre-evolution or pre-evolution was put in the folder. So the plan was to take them and put them off to the side. That way I still have them. You can see there with that Dragonair. And then I pulled a Charmeleon earlier and all that good stuff.
Yeah, but I don't think you're moving quite fast enough in order to hit the time limit.
Well, yeah, as time goes on, the plan, I think, is to pull as many as I can out of these bulk piles and then folder them as we go. You can see there I put those ones off to the side. And we pulled that Mew Celebrations pretty early. Mew was one of the things that I know going into this I was pretty worried about that we weren't going to be able to get right away. But see right there, I pulled the Meowth and a Coughing and a Magmar. So starting off pretty strong. We're only about 5 minutes into the challenge at this point. And I'm already pulling a lot. I think the time constraint's going to be when we get to foldering them and sleeving them, right? Like I said, as part of the rules, we'll remind you that I have to have them sleeved and folded by the time that timer hits 0. So we'll see how that works out.
And I don't think that an hour is going to be enough time in order to do
Yeah, I mean, you might be right, but I think at the end of the day, we just got to keep going and see what happens. So here, you'll see me pulling out all the ones that I need to pull out in order to sleeve and put them in. And this was an interesting move that I did, was to draw them out so that way I'm not pulling dupes. Because, see there, I pulled another Dragonair, Moltres. But yeah, so just going along, trying to get as many as I can out of these first few piles.
I don't think it's going to be enough.
I think you're being very negative.
Do you think sorting them like that's going to help?
I mean, it is possible. We'll just have to wait and see. See right there, I got a little confused seeing if I pulled a pincer yet.
I don't think it's going to be
Got a
enough
Farfetch'd
time.
pretty
An
early,
hour is
too.
not enough time in order to get this done. Sleeved and in the folder?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, some of these Pokemon, it's really good to get them early.
Yeah.
So that way you're not stuck trying to look for them at the end.
I mean, that's very true. We'll have to see
But
how
then
that
again, if
plays
you're
out.
not sleeving them as you go, I think that would be a real time saver for you in order to not.
I mean, almost 10 minutes gone. I still haven't folded anything yet. So I think at this point, we got to maybe pick up the pace a little bit and see how that works
Yeah,
out.
I mean, it's interesting to watch you kind of sleeve these ones as you go. Yeah, I mean, doing the math, unlike you, 151 Pokemon in an hour, you got to be quicker than what you're doing. You got to have them picked out, folded, and put in place about one every like 20 seconds in order to pull it off.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was a smart move in order to not get confused on where they're going. But at the end of the day, I just don't see how an hour is enough time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't really say that I went into this with any kind of plan as how to break up the 151. I definitely went into it with sorting through them and pulling out as many of those 151 as I can, without more or less busting through that Scarlet and Violet 151.
Gotta be quicker next time.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge constraint that you put on yourself as well. The fact that you can't use too many from Scarlet and Violet 151, I think with an hour.
I would have to agree. We're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. We already got almost 15 minutes gone, and I think if we count those up, I think, if I remember correctly, I was only at a few, maybe 15 tops as far as what we're going on. If you look there, I'm going to point this out for a second. The card that I flipped over one of the rules that I forgot to mention pretty in the intro was they're not allowed to have anything in front of the Pokemon's name.
Oh.
So a lot of these cards will say Alolan Executor, Hussein, Arcanine, or Hops Snorlax. I know we saw one of those earlier. As it says something in front of the Pokemon's name, it's disqualified from being able to go in the fold.
Interesting. Very interesting. I'm excited to see how that affects it.
Yeah, I mean, it just adds to the challenge.
Okay. I mean, I think it would be a lot easier on you.
Oh, 100%.
You're almost doing this with one hand tied behind your back.
Yeah.
But I think going through here, you're getting a lot, and you're taking those evolutions up to the top, which is going to inevitably save you time later, hopefully. But I mean, just doing the quick math, I don't see it happening for you.
Yeah, I mean, trying to keep track of all 151 that I'm going through, like right here down there by Clefairy and Poliwag, you can see a Growlithe. I'm pretty sure at this point, if we go back, I've already pulled a Growlithe.
I think so too.
And it's easy to kind of forget and go from there. I'm pretty sure at this point I've already pulled a Growlithe, but I don't really remember.
Yep, hit the timer there.
Which is funny because I'm watching it back as we talk through it, and I still don't remember.
Yeah, but I think sorting them out like this is what's really kind of killing your time on that. I don't see how.
Yeah, see, 20 minutes gone, and we're still sleeving and putting in the folder. So definitely challenging, but I'm excited to see excited to see how I do.
I'm also excited to see how you do, but again, I mean, like I said earlier, this is quite the challenge that you put on yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The question is, how can you save time with sleeving and foldering them? Do you get all 151 and then sleeve and folder?
No, I just stay cool, calm, collected, and hope for the best, I guess you could say.
You're really good at interrupting, though. That's for sure. But yeah, so, I mean, I personally probably would have sleeved and folded all 151 after I found them, because 3,000 is a lot of bulk to go through.
Yep. Check the evolution pile, make sure that there's nothing else that I need to pull out that needs to go in there.
That's fair.
And I think here I was trying to put them in order as I stacked them up, which is why I had them all spread out earlier, just to kind of save myself a little bit of time. I did mess up with the Clefairy and Nidoran order, and then kind of spent time trying to get them all back in order. So Venonat goes in.
We're almost coming down to half the time left, and we're nowhere near the halfway point of the 151.
Diglett up in the top there, and this folder is so massive that it was hard to get everything on the screen. But if you look there, I put that Arcanine in and realized I already had a Growlithe, so I kind of just tossed that off to the side and called it a day. Sorry, didn't mean to put my hand in your face there, other me. Yep, Ponyta in. And then Machop actually unlocks Machoke and Machamp being able to go in. Same with Bulbasaur earlier. Look down at the bottom of the screen there, you'll see I'm putting Weezing in, so I was able to finish off that evolution. And then Cubone goes in.
We're losing a lot of time here.
Almost half the time gone. At this point, I think we're at maybe 40 that we got in there. And I'm just kind of at this point ripping those stacks of bulk out of the... Oh, Nidoking break. But yeah, I'm just kind of taking those stacks of bulk. See, we had a Misty's Magikarp there too, and I keep interrupting myself. But taking those stacks of bulk out of the box and just going through them as fast as I can.
I mean, you're on a good run here and there.
We're going on quite the run here too. So I had to put that Butterfree off to the side because if you remember from a little bit ago, I was able to pull Caterpie, but we're still waiting on Metapod. So hopefully that comes sooner rather than later. Make sure, like I said, every time we're going to go through that evolutions pile, and just make sure that we're able to pull something out that we got.
I mean, it's a solid play, but
Beforehand.
there's not enough time.
And I just have to keep double checking it and go from there. All right, and now we're ready to folder.
Bring the folder over.
Yeah, I think
Looks like you abandoned the...
keeping everything as organized as I could was a strategy of mine to try and get through this. Almost 3,000 cards worth of bulk is a lot to go through. It's very easy to get lost in what we have and what we don't have.
Yeah, but I think time savers would have helped you really big here.
Mankey goes in. I start putting the primate in over there off the screen a little bit.
I'm really bad at talking to myself.
Hindsight, you know? Hopefully, as time goes on and we start doing more of these challenges, we can get it a little bit more all on the same screen. But I'm working with...
Interesting. That was quicker than the others.
All right, less than half the time left, or more than half the time gone, depending on if you're a glass half full, glass half empty kind of person.
I'm going to say less than half the time.
And we
left.
just start rifling through this stack right here.
Yeah, but you're not going on the same amount of runs that you were earlier. I mean, you're getting a few here and there, but 27 minutes for, I mean, at this point, probably 100 Pokemon left. I don't think there's an adequate amount of time left in order for you to complete this challenge.
Yep, set them out, see what I have. I think one of the mistakes I made right here was pulling that Magnemite out, even though I already had a Magnemite. Look at me, wasting time sleeving that one.
Wasting time doing a lot of things.
It's all good, though. It'll work out. We'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. I mean, your stacks that you were getting started getting less and less as time went on. So we're foldering less. I really think...
Yep, Furo goes in because we pulled the Spearow earlier. Tangela in. Marowak in. Jigglypuff. Ekans. Horsey goes in. Seadra goes in. Got that Ammonite from 151.
Let's pick up the pace.
Yeah, I realized there that I already had the Magnemite, so I just had to throw it off to the side and keep going.
I mean, that's going to happen when you're trying to keep track of 151 Pokemon just off your head.
Yeah, a lot of dupes. Start getting tripped up there after a second. Oh, another 151 card.
That puts us at a few towards that. That's a nice Ditto you pulled there.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, was able to pull that Ditto pretty quick there. Yep, time's just ticking away, but I'm trying to get to as much of this as I can.
I mean, we're losing a lot of time here with the fact that we're not getting too many cards back to back to back anymore. It's going to be interesting to see how you do that Sandshrew. I guess that's Sandslash. It's going to be interesting to see how you do that Sandslash.
Yeah, I think at this point I had one of the Nidorans. I just couldn't remember which one it was, whether it was male or female. So I think I just start sorting everything out so that way I can compare what I have. And then start sleeving everything.
I mean, it is a fair approach of what you're trying to do here.
I mean, less than a third of the time left, and we have a long way to go. So at this point, I think I'm trying to consolidate and take an inventory of what I have.
I mean, do you think at this point that you might have thought maybe there wasn't enough time left on the clock? And so you just started to look and see what you could get in there versus what you weren't going to make?
That's right. I had the folder off to the side because I was running out of time. So I was trying to save time bringing that folder back and forth. And I wish we had a third camera set up, but I do bring bulk back into it and start looking through it and all that good stuff. And here I think I started sweating bullets.
That's fair enough. I mean, there's not a lot of time left on the clock. You got plenty of Pokemon to go. Maybe in post we should keep count of how much you have to go at this point.
Yeah, the hardest part in doing this in the confines of this office was the space that I didn't have in doing it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but right there we unlocked Metapod, and guess I forgot that I had Caterpie.
Yeah, 14 minutes left. It looks like at this point you're just trying to get as many Pokemon onto the table as you can. But again, remember, they got to be sleeved and in the folder by the time it reaches 0.
My heart was beating super fast right here, and I think I was just trying to rifle through as much as I could. And anything I didn't have evolutions for, I was kind of leaving off to the side. I realized I had the male Nidoran, so I put...
We're in the end game now.
And there's not a lot of time left.
Yeah, not at all.
You'll have a lot to get through.
A ton to get through. I mean, you're unlocking some of those evolutions that you had left and right. I think if you were able to put the evolutions in the folder, you would have crushed this challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I would say probably sleeving them and foldering them was a huge amount of time compared to actually rifling through the bulk and finding them. So I would probably say that was where most of my time was spent, was getting through them. Yeah, and then like I said, I had the folder off to the side here because I started running out of room and didn't want to waste too much time with going back and forth. But a lot of the stuff that I had the pre-evolutions for, I started to sleeve and get in the folder.
Do you think at this point you had any chance of doing it?
Yeah, it was a big deal.
That's not the answer that I thought you were going to say. I mean, you got 9 minutes left and probably, what, 40, 50?
I mean, I have a lot of cards laid out right now that are waiting to get foldered.
Yeah, but your rule is stopping that.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
So I think at some point you got to realize that maybe it might not work out, but who knows? Maybe things will work in your favor and you'll go on a run and get all 40 Pokemon back to back and folder it up.
No, I mean, you can see here down in the little timer cam there, it kind of jiggles around every so often. That's me slamming pages of the folder back and forth.
Were you sweating bullets when you got to this point in the challenge?
Well, I mean, yeah, to be completely honest, I was running out of time.
At what point did you want to give up?
Oh no. Never give up. As long as there's time on the clock, there's time for me to rifle through bulk.
I just think we have a lot more.
Actually, I think right there I dropped some cards on the floor, so I was picking them up real fast just in case.
As we sit here and talk about how time got wasted.
This doesn't look good.
I may or may not have started panicking right here. I had a lot of cards left to go. And a lot of these cards that were kind of backwards were killing my time. I mean, every second matters. Yep, I start finding those pre-evolutions and putting them in place and all that good stuff. I think at this point, I kind of knew.
There were a lot of things that you were doing that was killing your time. Let's be honest.
I mean, we were coming up on 2 minutes left. I still had all of this stuff. I mean, I couldn't find an Abra. All that good stuff. So I think at this point we kind of knew, and I was like, well, I at least want to get them.
You should have
sleeved.
sleeved them right away. I think sleeving cards right away would have saved you a ton of time. Maybe pulling all 151.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, 60 seconds left, 70 seconds left. There was, at this point, I couldn't. It was physically impossible for me to get these all in the folder in 70 seconds. I'm still missing an Abra. I'm still missing a Kabuto. So
yeah, I mean that's what I've been saying the whole time. Let's get them sleeved.
Well, I'm gonna sleeve all this.
Pull all 151 out.
And
Loser.
10 minutes or so to folder them.
And that's all she wrote.
All right. Well, we didn't quite make it within the time limit. Something I did just to see if it was even possible, because obviously with a bulk box, you never know what you're getting, was I went through and timed myself on how much longer it would have taken had I been able to complete it. And I'll let you know, I would have been able to complete it, which at least I'm not going to cry myself to sleep tonight. I don't know how well I'm going to sleep, but I'm not going to cry myself to sleep.
What did he say?
But I was able to complete it with another 57 minutes and 38 seconds.
You gotta be quicker than that.
So I think 2 hours would have done it. But that's not the challenge we gave ourselves this time. So what you guys get to do is you guys get to pick my punishment. Sometime over the next few days, a poll will be posted. You guys will be able to pick from that poll what I have to do because I failed this challenge. I'm going to go ahead and leave this kind of completed for now. And then we're going to continue on to Gen 2. Once we get done all the way through Gen 9, maybe we'll go back and revamp the rules and try and see if we can complete it within the time limit. But I want to move on and keep going. I am going to research how to give this bulk box away to maybe the children's hospital or something like that. So I'm going to make this into some packs and give it away because I don't need almost 3,000 cards worth of bulk. So stay tuned for that. Maybe we'll do some shorts on that. As always, make sure you're subscribed to the channel in order to win this Houndstone EX box. Once we hit 250 subs, we're going to go ahead and give that away. So like this video down below, subscribe to the channel, and comment what you think I should have done in this challenge. As far as the rules are concerned, thank you so much for watching PokéGuys Pulling on a Budget, and we'll see you on the next one.